Hello everybody. We have got technical issues still. I've just done a little live stream and it worked. And I'm doing the real live stream and it's not working.
No.
So bear with me a second.
We are here.
I'm just going to try and turn some things off. There we go. We've now... I managed to turn an overlay off, so at least hopefully you can see us now.
Yay.
It means I'll not be able to put the chats up on the screen for now.
And this is number 90.
Yeah, you think we'd get it sorted by now, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave, for letting people know.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
No,
Turned it
honestly.
on, didn't work earlier.
It's gone into holiday mode already.
Did a private live stream to check everything was working, and well, I turned everything off and on again, and it worked perfectly. And we've gone into this, and it's like,
yeah. Well, Cran spotted your fingers working.
I know, I can see that.
Because we
That
were
was-
like, yeah, you
that
could
was
see the
weird.
fingers,
Yeah.
but couldn't work out the rest of it.
what I'm doing with them. Yeah, well, welcome to stream 90, where we should be just about finding our feet
Yeah.
and getting it sorted. But unfortunately not.
No.
Unfortunately not. We've got lots of IT hobbled together to try and,
Work.
well, I'd say try to do a professional job.
Well, semi-professional.
We need to try harder.
We do.
For some reason, something today is amiss, and I'm going to have to do some fault diagnosis on this later,
Yeah.
because it wasn't working, then it was working, no, it wasn't working, now I've overridden something and it's working. And it wasn't Dave this time.
No.
No.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, we let Dave down earlier today.
Yeah, we did.
But we're here, and thank you for joining us on another Saturday.
And thank you for being patient while we got something sorted.
Yeah, please let us know if you can actually see this and hear it.
Well,
Because,
you've got
have we?
five.
Oh, God, for that.
Yeah, audio good.
Crinkers here. So who we got? We've got, with the usual crowd, isn't it? We've got Kren.
Yeah.
We've got What's For You. Hello, What's For You? Timothy Worrell. Roy Hat.
Yeah.
Hi, Roy.
I've said Kren, haven't I?
Yes,
And
you
Kren.
did.
And we've got Kren as well.
We've got Dave.
Dave, yeah. Oh, we
Timothy.
always have Dave. And everyone's good, I hope. We are.
Yeah.
We got the dogs in the room, but they've all been given a dog chew.
Well, no, one's been given a dog.
Well,
Yeah, the
you-
other one's got a second-hand dog chew.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're going to be good as gold. However, I can't promise I'm going to be good as gold. Do you like my new T-shirt?
Oh, yeah, it's got a new T-shirt.
Don't look at the chicken.
The chicken game.
Yeah, don't look at the chicken.
The chicken game.
I know.
She got it to me today. And Bill with Adrian's here. Hi, Bill with Adrian. So, what were you talking about this week? It'll be
Ooh.
E-stim stuff, isn't it?
I think
Yeah.
spikes.
No. Someone posted on Discord. Dreadwhack, I think it was. Yeah, he was baiting me. You know, he
Yeah.
had 2 steaks and a tenderizer. And he was
Hi,
like,
Nick.
Stunt Cock, tenderizer? Spikes or no spikes?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, for those that just joined us, I can't bring the chats up on the screen because that's gone a little bit
Few technical difficulties.
Pete Tong. I
Yes.
don't know if something's loose. I need to do some more investigations.
Yeah.
But at least you've got audio, at least you've got video.
They can see and hear us, so that's all they need.
And they've got us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what more could you want on a Saturday evening? Well, I can think of lots of things I'd rather be doing on a Saturday evening than
Yeah.
watching us.
And like one of us.
Yeah, we are. Right. I think we're talking about them today, looking at the desk. What's them then?
What do you want to talk about?
What, you mean these?
Yeah, those. What are they?
These are our stairways to heaven.
In different sizes.
Yeah, we quite often get asked, what's the best size to get? These have been designed specifically if you're a grower and shrinker. Think of it acting like a splint. And we do 4 different lengths, 4 different sizes. The shortest one, which is this little bad boy, actually has a extra piece of plastic at the bottom there. Let me go to close-up cam. Is he going to put it in there? Yeah, there's an extra piece of plastic, and that keeps those loops apart.
Yeah.
If you are a growing shrinker. The size you want is up to you.
Yeah.
You know, you're a big boy, you can still use one of these. If you're not a big boy, you might end up not using that. But the beauty of them is you can move the rings around.
Yeah.
Because,
Or-
go on.
Or you can buy a long length of 6mm rubber
And get creative.
and create your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen people take a metre of rubber and just wrap
Yeah,
round.
just
It's
crosswire
quite
it.
interesting what people have come up with, really. You've seen all sorts of different designs.
She likes seeing all sorts of different ways of using
Yeah.
it. Can't take her anywhere. So yeah,
Fortunately, we forgot to bring any of our dorsal triggers with us.
measurements are on the site,
Yeah.
and they're all in millimeters. So I'm sorry for you people who enjoyed the Independence Day yesterday, who measure in hamburgers and crocodiles if you're in Florida. We have to think about it. So there's 2.5 or 25.4 millimeters per inch. So the drawings that the software produces is only in millimeters, which is why the pictures are in mils. But there's 4 different sizes. 4 different sizes? 3 different sizes.
3 different sizes.
Oh,
They were saying where's the
something
fourth?
like
Because you said 4 earlier, and I was like,
there might be a middle one between that one and that one coming. Maybe.
well,
You let the cat out the bag.
It's one we debated about, but haven't decided.
Well, we prototyped.
You let the cat out the bag.
Well, nearly. So at the moment, there's 3 sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Royal 3.
Yeah.
And they come in what colours? 4 colours. That's where I
They
got
come
number
in
4.
purple, red, black, and yellow.
Oh, you're good. She is good.
And if you like spikes, we do them with spikes as well.
We've got a spiky version.
So
We don't do
all
spikes.
3 sizes.
I'm
with spikes.
ignoring you and messing around with the
So
chat.
there's spikes on this back plate as well as on the. bit
I
in the
wish I
middle.
could put some of these
And
chats
here's the
up.
bigger.
Dave's getting a complex.
size.
Look at that. Wow. More spikes.
So
Yeah,
there's some-
these bigger size just come with an extra loop of
Yeah.
6mm CR as well.
Yeah. Not far as far as some beardy bloke on the left of the screen with the wonderful ladies on the right. Yeah, you don't need to be looking at me. I mean, you can only have so much eye candy, and then you've got to refer to the others.
Oh, yeah, definitely the eye candy.
Tight, you can
Stunt
gauge
Cock.
yourself if you foul. And no, Mick, we do not like the spikes. Spikes bad, aren't they?
I'm not saying
So yeah,
any-
getting back to measurements,
Yeah.
you can use even that one. If you're not massive, you can still use this because you've
You
got
can
all
move
these
them,
holes.
yeah.
You can move them around and get creative.
And imagine whichever feels the comfiest to go
That's
with.
one of the things
Yeah.
you might
Yeah.
find an area more sensitive than another area.
Especially
so,
if you like on the one size is a little bit too on the edge of the size, maybe
Yeah.
go up to the next size.
Yeah.
You might find that a little bit more
That's it.
comfortable.
But it's ideal for growers and shrinkers.
Yeah.
You kept talking. I think we've got a dorsal trigger somewhere.
Oh, he's going to find a dorsal trigger.
Fingers crossed.
I'm walking around
We'll explain, if he finds one, we'll explain why.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are ideal for growers and shrinkers because it helps support you.
It acts as a little bit of a brace, doesn't it?
That's
really?
the idea. It
Yeah.
acts as a brace. You tighten up the rubber
And
to hold you in place. So it does mean that if you do go a little bit floppier, you don't sort of lose that contact.
I give up.
We haven't got one.
we haven't got one.
No, we haven't got one.
I thought we had one.
No, it's on my desk.
But we not. Oh, right. Okay. There you go.
Not the desk here.
Yeah. Measurements, you need to allow for an extra inch
Yeah.
on the end if
Yeah.
you're going to use a dorsal trigger.
Yeah, so
That's it.
if you want to buy it with a dorsal trigger, bear in mind the length you need.
Yeah.
You want to take it down. So you want that a little bit shorter than you are.
Yeah,
Like
if you're
that.
going to use a dorsal trigger.
Yeah.
Otherwise it won't work.
The dorsal triggers, we do the basic dorsal trigger, which has got a strip of omega. The idea of that is it sits over the dorsal nerve or the glands itself, gives you lots of stimulation.
It's like a little bit of an extension of the toy then, isn't
Oh, I
it,
so
really?
wish Roy had we could put that up on the screen.
Just little stunt cocks.
No.
Yeah.
Screwing spikes needed on version 2.
No. Anyway, on the dorsal trigger, we also do a sound clamping version,
Yeah.
which will accept up to 8mm, up to 12mm, or the diamond plugs.
Yes.
Can you pass that plug over?
I can.
We had someone ask why we sell little O-rings with the diamond plug holders, and it's simply a case of snug fit.
Yeah.
I mean, they come in twos. I don't know where the other one's gone. But if you put them on the ridges of the diamond plug, like dead easy.
Like it was
Why did I
before.
take that
I was
off?
going to say, like it was before you
Put
took
two
it
of them
off.
on, and then when you put the cap on, it will actually hold it in place.
Yeah, so it won't fall out.
It just makes it easy
Yeah, so
to
it just
fit.
gives it a bit more grip.
Yeah, so that's why when you get the dorsal trigger
Yeah.
sound holder, you get two little black O-rings in there.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay, did you get that right?
Yeah.
Or am I being a bit of a
No, you only get it if you buy the diamond plug.
head?
Top. Yeah.
That's what I said. Diamond plug head. That's a diamond plug. Mm-hmm. See, I'm all right. Yep.
Okay.
Enough said.
Yeah.
I haven't told him the back of the t-shirt's covered in spikes.
Yeah,
Better not be. That's... you'd be blowing me cover, me stupid. That's not good.
It's your face.
Yeah, I know.
Your face then went
Got a
pale.
sting.
It was
Right.
like, "Ooh."
What's happening with us?
We're going somewhere.
We're going somewhere. Well, before
You
that,
guys are going on holiday.
we're going to get some more printers
We are.
because we need to grow. We need to be able to produce things quicker. 'Cause
I've got to
one,
think
of,
of some more names.
one of the problems with doing this stuff is it's slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Especially the, like...
the larger items.
Yeah.
So the only way with 3D printing to increase production is get
Ramp
faster
up
printers,
production. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
we're pretty much maxed out on that, or more printers.
Yeah.
So we're having to get some more printers. But what we're going to do is we're going to retire some of our older, slower printers
They're gonna go to
because
old
it's a
folks
case
home,
of, I mean, some of them we've had for 6 years now, and
which we
they're
have...
held together with gaffer tape and blue tack.
We've got
Not really,
started.
but
So we're going to be upgrading some of the stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm being attacked by a dog.
Roy Hart's got a question.
Yep.
Did you get that bit of rubber out of the plug?
No, not yet, because I completely forgot.
Still working.
It's still in there.
progress.
But basically, if you put a pin in, you'll be able to pull it out. It's just, yeah.
Let's just remind
What
you.
normally
Jim.
happens at the end of a live stream, the camera stop and we just go,
And then we
Yeah.
go.
for that. And then we go for some tea.
Yeah. Normally McDonald's.
Yeah. Or other
Fast
cheap
food.
areas as well. We go and get some
Yeah,
tea and
that's
we go
our
home.
treat,
Yeah,
yeah.
because we come in here first in the morning. We spend the weekends here in the studio because
We
the
do
workshop is roasting.
Yeah.
There's no ventilation, no air conditioning.
or
And there's-
freezing, depending on time of
Time of
year.
year, but
Yeah.
this time of year, you got all the printers running with heads at 250 degrees,
Yeah.
beds at 110 degrees. And
Gets a bit toasty.
yeah, so we spend the work days during the week, Monday to Friday, workshop, the weekend, aircon.
Oh.
So we spend here, and we end up bringing a load of stuff we've printed, and a lot of rubber from What's For You. Good
Thanks, what's for you?
And we make up a lot of electrodes here
Yeah,
at the
we do.
weekend. And then
Saying that, we need some more rubber.
We need some more rubber.
we're going to hit you up for some more rubber.
We need some more 6mm.
Yeah. Now, on the subject of rubber, we're about to put some new rubber from What's For You on the shelf.
Yeah.
And this stuff is quite unique. Long story short, there's a tolerance when you have these things made. And some things come out a little bit bigger, some things come out a little bit smaller. This batch has come out a little bit smaller, but that has some unexpected benefits. Instead of being 6mm, it's about 5.75. What that means is you're not losing a lot of surface area of contact, but if you're using the bog standard Chinese cord locks that you struggle to get 6mm through, it just makes things so much easier.
Yeah.
So we've got some of this in, and it's going to be going into stock this week. Exactly the same quality and performance because it's from What's For You.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff,
Yeah.
that's the only place we get conductor rubber from. But it's slightly smaller, which makes it easier to use as well.
But still has a 2mm plug.
Yeah,
It still has
the
two
plug-in
little
size is the
holes.
same.
Yeah.
It's just the outside diameter is 1/4 mm smaller, which actually is not a problem. It actually has some benefits. So watch out for that hitting the shelves. We've also had a big wholesale order arrive today from E-stim Systems.
Yep.
So we are now stocking the Magnum as well.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say stocking.
Not ice creams.
I wish. We've got them, but we've got to put them on the site. And
Yeah.
that's this weekend's job. So
Yeah.
small, medium and large will be on the shelf by Monday.
Spare with us.
Yeah. On Monday, we have another large wholesale order coming in from Electrostim. So a lot of the Electrostim stuff that's out of stock is going to be in stock again on Monday, which is good.
Yeah.
Just checking up with some chat stuff.
Yeah, even naked Roman galley slaves didn't put up with conditions of workshop in summer.
No, absolutely not. No. So yeah, we love coming here at the weekend.
Yeah, we do. It's like
And we get to chat to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, live streams. No live stream next weekend, unfortunately. But there will be one the following weekend. And the reason is,
we're going somewhere.
well, we're going somewhere. She's staying at Hold the Fort. E-stim Systems have asked us to accompany them to Los Angeles
To a show.
to a adult trade show where they're running a stall, trying to get their stuff into the American market, which is great. And because we know their stuff
So
pretty
well.
we've been asked to come and help out on the stand,
Which we are honoured.
which is an honour.
Yeah,
you know?
it is
So
an honour.
next weekend next
be on a
Saturday,
plane.
this time, we'll be on the plane. Well, hopefully it's still airborne. It's not hit anything.
Don't say that.
Well, you never know. You see all these air crash investigations. Yeah, they'll be looking for Stunt Box's black box. Yeah,
You mean
good luck with
Stunt
that
Cock's
one.
black box?
Yeah, you open that black box, it's got a moaner and a decimator in it. That's why the plane came down.
Yeah, so we'll be on our way to LA this time
Yeah.
next week on
Yeah,
the plane eating
on the
plane
plane.
food.
We get back the following Friday. She's going to be jet lagged.
Yeah.
I'm going to be jet lagged, but I'm going to man up.
Yeah.
So you'll have me and Joanne that weekend. So no show next week, but we will be the following weekend, and we might even have some pictures from LA if we've not been arrested by ICE
Yeah.
and thrown in Guantanamo.
Yeah, if we're not back, we're in Terminal Bay.
Yeah, Cuba's nice this
That's
time of year.
if they even let you in the country.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
see. I wouldn't in this t-shirt.
I wouldn't.
Well, I was thinking more the beard.
It's all right, isn't it?
No.
No, okay. So yeah, no show this. No,
Next week.
almost no show this week, but no show next week.
Yeah.
Sally with Stunt Cock needs spikes. Yeah. Imagine you're trying to get the decimator through security in your carry-on luggage.
That's going to go in
E-stim
there.
Systems
Yeah.
did.
They've done it.
Yeah,
They've done it.
They exhibit at a trade show in Europe called Aerofame.
Yeah.
And they've actually taken all their sample items in their suitcases and hand luggage and
That
gone
was,
there for like the weekend.
As I said, that was fun going through security.
Yeah. Business or pleasure?
Bit of both.
Bit of both, funnily enough. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go and see a bit of stateside action.
Lewis Stides has a good comment.
What's
there.
that? Well, considering the present state of the US, I'd avoid that at all costs. Yeah. It's not nice over there. Not good. But we're going out to help E-stim Systems. Because
Well,
Just a good
Well.
job you're not going to Texas.
I know they got floods, don't they?
Yeah.
Bit naughty over there.
It's really bad at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So sort of thoughts go out to everyone suffering with through that
absolutely.
at
Yeah.
the moment.
Shall we do some questions?
Yeah.
Let's
Shall
do
I,
some
I've
questions.
pressed the button. I know what she's not done already.
Oh my, whoop
Yeah.
whoop.
Do you want to do whoop whoop?
Let's
first?
do whoop whoop.
Do whoop whoop. I almost hit the reminder.
Whoop 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 whoop. So this week is Livestream 90.
It worked.
I
And you read it as well.
did.
Livestream 90.
Because it's
5%
Livestream number 90.
It is. Valid 48 hours from now. eBay, Sex Machine Reviews, and E-stim Emporium, the main store. So if you're after
Use
anything,
it or lose it.
now's the time to get it.
Okay. So
Right, Cren.
It's got a question, but not for this week.
But not for this week.
now.
Been having a big old chat with the folks at Screamlad's Xbox. Ooh. I've actually had my hands on a Screamlad's X1, and she's been on the other end. Oh, I don't know what she's doing now.
Ollie's,
She's playing with poopies.
No, yeah.
Ollie's nibbled the eye off of the banana.
Little bugger. Yeah, the Screamlabs X1 is quite a bit of kit.
I've been on the receiving end of that.
I'll tell you what, if you can get them to send us one to show on here, that would be quite interesting. For anyone that doesn't know, it's a suitcase-sized E-stim control box that's designed to intimidate. Think CIA Black Ops site and all that sort of stuff. It's really,
not for the
really
faint-hearted.
good. Very, very good performance on it as well. So yeah, that's a nice bit of kit, but very expensive. We're talking four
So
figures.
if they sent us one, would we be able to hook it up to our little contraption?
No, it's not going on that little wire thing.
Little operation?
If you want to be on the other end of it, yeah. It's got a dial on it like this. It's a big knob for making you cringe. So let's do some questions.
Yeah.
Look, there you go. I'll press my button this time. That's me. Job done. What are you doing now? Is it a good one?
I don't know.
Oh.
Right. I am concerned about privacy. Do you use plain packaging? Yes,
Yeah.
we use plain cardboard packaging.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
jiffy
Ziploc bags, yeah.
Jiffy bags, they call
Yeah.
them, aren't they? The padded
Jiffy
envelopes.
bags.
The padded
Yeah.
envelopes. So the only things on there are your shipping labels.
Excuse that, the dog's
Dog wants
decided-
feeding.
Yeah.
He's picked up his bowl and he's slamming it against them. Little nutter.
That's the puppy for you.
Yeah,
On discretion, though, international orders, we have to put a customs label
we
on,
do.
Yeah.
which has to describe what's in the box, but we use generic electrical terms.
Yeah.
So a Mona would be called a bipolar contact electrode. A control box would be called a digital signal generator.
Yeah.
In other words, it doesn't say cock loop.
Or butt plug. No,
Yeah.
there's none of that goes on it. Hopefully that one's satisfied the
Yes.
need for discretion, because yeah, we do understand, because we shop online ourselves. What you on? You got the next one?
Are you bringing anything new out in the near future?
Well, I think he's already bit the bullet
yes,
on that
he's
one.
already.
Oops. Oh, don't. No, I've got to appear all dumbly on the internet. Yeah. Yeah, we might be. Might have 3 or 4 things on the pipeline.
Ooh.
But I daren't mention them.
We've always got something in the pipeline, but
Because you bring the spikes out.
yeah.
Lots of spikes.
Yeah.
And I will tickle him live on air.
Won't be pretty.
No.
Won't
No,
be
but
pretty.
it's really funny.
I might need a puppy pad.
Or 2.
Or 2. Yeah, so go on. Moving swiftly on. Before I get myself in even more trouble. Oh, I'm going to press a button while I'm
Right.
doing that.
What connectors or adapters do I need to get in order to use different electrodes on the Coyote 3?
So the Coyote 3 is a
2.5 mil sockets.
Yeah.
Funny you should mention that, because I saw that question when it came in.
Yeah.
And we've created a separate category on E-stim Emporium that just has adapters that you need to use with a Coyote to use other brands of electrodes.
So we've made it nice
Yeah.
and simple. Just
Nice
go
and simple.
To that
There's not many
section.
products in there because you don't need a lot.
No.
We're talking, there's some cables you can get. There's some adapters that'll take you from 2.5 to 3.5. But at least it's all in one place, so you don't have to search too hard. There's also a blog post on the shop about connecting E-stim Systems electrodes to a Coyote,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which refers to those adapters. So pretty simple.
Simples.
We've got that covered.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed, yeah. I like the way you shuffled that then.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like the-
that's good. Good wrist action.
Yeah. Right. If you could only use one set of electrodes for the rest of your life, what would they be? I would go with the E-bead from E-stim Systems.
You like that one, don't you?
I do.
He said set of electrodes, though.
Well, yeah.
So maybe the E-bead and the Mona?
Yeah, but that would be 2 electrodes, isn't it, I suppose? Well, it depends how you interpret the
Yeah, I
question.
mean,
Yeah.
For me, it would probably be the electro rings from E-stim Systems.
Yeah. And for me, from eSIM Systems again, would be the one.
yes,
good
very
choice.
good choice.
Yeah,
very good choice.
They are rather
That's
nice.
right behind my head.
Yeah.
That side.
The richest snides. I've used the Jet Set Willy, and a common complaint from the users was that in spite of generous lube, the inner edges feel a bit sharp. Okay. Well, we've not had anyone mention that to us.
No, we haven't. We do take quite...
The actual design itself has not been designed in Fusion 360, although that did the jetpack bit on the end
Yeah.
of it. So it's a low poly product. It's a low poly design. So the surface texture is made up of lots and lots of triangles going all around the object. If you've got one that's got sharp edges, I'd love to see some pictures.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't have sharp edges.
No.
No.
Even though it's a textured surface, there shouldn't be any sharp bits. So if you can, send us a picture
We'll
of
look
the
into
problem
that.
area, and we'll look into that definitely.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't have any sharp
Dave?
edges.
They
Yeah.
would take the Mona,
Mona
and
and
rubber cock
loops.
loops.
Yeah, I was going to say rubber cock loops, but if it was you can only have one set of electrodes for the rest of your life, rubber eventually wears out. And you
It
need
does,
to replace it.
yeah.
So that's why I've...
Yeah, but it didn't say that you couldn't replace parts. It just
No, it
said
didn't
one
say you
set.
could. Didn't say you could. So that's why I went with metal, simply because it does
Mm.
last forever as opposed to conductive rubber, which does wear out. Which is nice. I inspected the edge and there were no burrs present. Yeah, I'm glad that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there shouldn't be. If it felt a bit sharp, I don't know what that could be, unless there's air bubbles under there, like you get with a TENS pad. If you have hairs under there and you get air bubbles, you will get hot spots in that area. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, that's interesting because we've not heard that from
No,
anyone
we
else.
haven't.
But I'm glad there's no burrs in there because that would be a bit shocking.
Yeah.
Laughing at Dave's
Kren,
comment.
Kren, bipolar nipple clamps for me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, or something with hooks, probably. Or skewers.
Chicken school.
Yeah, and Dave, Stunt being pedantic. Never. Am I being pedantic? Yes, I am being pedantic.
Always.
I nitpick all the time.
He is terrible.
Which is a good trait to have in sometimes, but not all the time.
Especially if you make the version 3 with bigger spikes.
With skewers instead of spikes.
Yeah, chicken school.
I'm having the heebie-jeebies.
Give him the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
So we've got to do bipolar nipple clamps with bigger spikes.
I think there's another question there about nipple clamps. I'm just thinking.
You mean you're trying to change the subject?
Yeah,
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm being less pedantic.
Aye. Which insertable would you recommend for a beginner?
Well, it depends how much of a run-up you take.
The flow?
Yeah, I'd say the
Small
flow.
one.
Small flow.
Or the
Flange.
flange. So, diameter-wise, that's a nice
Yeah.
beginner's starter thing. Some people won't be satisfied with that, but if you're new to anal play,
Yeah.
That's a
Start-
lot.
That's
start small.
Yeah.
So the small flow, that, or maybe the Silicon Noir range from E-stim, they do a small conductive rubber plug. Looks like a juicer, a lemon juicer.
Or
that could be
anal
quite
tea
good.
or something
Or
like
the
that.
anal tea if you want to go really small. It's one of the
Depends
things.
on how new you are.
Yeah, and what you're trying to achieve. Do you
Yeah.
want something with texture? Do you want something that's smooth? Do you want something deep? Do you want something shallow? There is no, this is the best for that because we all differ in
Yeah.
how
Yeah,
we
definitely.
stim and interpret things.
Okay.
and the Rixes,
mix said ideas.
yeah.
Okay.
I hope that's not about big spikes.
Have you got ideas? Or you...
Yeah, we like ideas. And the Rixes have said the Mona's fantastic. And I agree. The Mona is
Yeah,
fantastic.
definitely.
It is.
And if you are new to backdoor play and you can take it, go for it because it's
Yeah.
very rewarding.
Yeah.
But for some people, it might just be a bit wide.
Too much.
A bit big.
I mean, to give you an idea, that's got the same diameter head as the Mona, and that's the flange.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
quite
are
a big difference.
chalk and cheese in respect to sizes.
Mick, yes, big,
Big
spikes.
spikes. We're all going to fall out.
Well, to be fair, did we have a set of our nipple clamps up here?
Yeah, them ones
Right.
with the teeth.
Yeah, so
Well,
when we originally did these ones, we did actually do them with sharp, spiky teeth.
We did.
yeah, and I started getting heart palpitations and everything.
But they were a little bit too sharp.
So we
So
turned them into
even
little...
I agreed that we needed to flatten them out a little bit. But if we have a special request, we could always look
Bring them
into
back.
doing the middle plate with spikes.
We could do spikes, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you could replace the middle plate to the set you've already got with some sharper or bigger spikes if you like. Get in touch.
Ooh, just seen a post from What's For You. It's a new 6mm, 15 July, Omega, 22nd July. They're stocking up again. That's good.
Yay.
Because we need to put another order in.
Yeah.
Because we go through their stuff.
Like,
No one's business.
yeah.
As you can see, with stuff like that, we use a lot of
Well, it's
conductor
like
rubber.
a chip shop having no taters, isn't
Yeah,
Or-
that's very
or-
insightful. I
or
like
royal.
it? Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to be getting...
Decisions can be overturned, just saying.
Just say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are going to be in touch with What's For You. very
We
shortly.
are.
Yeah.
We keep saying that every week, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
Because we are.
Yeah.
It's literally every
I know.
week.
I'm sure Mrs. Rayburn will
With
be most
more bigger
pleased.
spikes. You've seen her smile, right? Yes, we have.
Yes.
She's
We
got a
have.
lovely smile, especially with things
has.
involving spikes.
All right, well, I'm sure we can sort something out for you.
I'm
Here
off.
go Runs.
Ollie, what are you doing back there? He's trying to bury his toy.
It's a treat.
Oh, he dropped it, you little
Oh,
monkey.
Ollie.
That's Ollie. Can you grab that, right? Round the back.
Behind you.
Ollie
No.
was just trying to bury his treat inside my camera
Emma's got it
equipment.
now.
Oh, it's been nicked. Snooze, you lose, dog. That's Ollie.
Ollie.
Ollie's
Yeah.
going down, and there's going to be a fight in a minute because the other dog's just nicked his treat.
I don't think so. Emma's pretty...
So we're going to next question.
Yeah. Second to last question.
But yeah, I think we need.
I'm getting my leg licked.
I think we need to sort something out for Mistress Raven.
Yeah, I think we can.
Right, we do
Yeah.
have a question about nipple clamps.
I knew it.
I have trouble keeping nipple clamps on when using lube. Do you have any suggestions that could help?
It depends on the type of nipple clamp
Yes,
you've got.
it
Now we
does.
did actually.
I think we mentioned that last week. didn't we?
Sorry, I've just seen.
Yeah,
Nick's-
I was just saying next comment. Ollie's stopping you from escaping. He is.
Yeah.
Little bugger.
Yeah, so we did actually sort of talk about them last week. It depends on the style of nipple
Yeah.
clamp you've got. So for these and our version 1s, if you can pull more of the nipple of
Yeah.
the skin through
Yeah.
before
Try-
you clamp it down.
If you can use forceps to pull the nipple through and clamp on the areola behind it, that works really well because the
Yeah.
nip acts like a cork and it can't get through. If you're not very well endowed, like me, tack gel
Yeah.
or a contact adhesive electrode gel can help because it's
Yeah.
really, really sticky.
Especially if you're using our peg,
Yeah.
because you can't pull
yeah.
any more
Yeah.
through those.
Smaller nipples are really hard to get clamps to stick
Yeah.
to because there's not a lot of surface area there. And conductive rubber, by its very nature, is round, so you've got to be quite far in to actually get onto it. So it is quite harder with the smaller nipples.
Yeah.
These two, no problem at all.
Have you
In fact, you
seen
can probably
Dave?
stack them.
Have you seen Kren's?
No.
Oh, and Roy Hat's just before that, actually.
And
Well,
what's for
with
you?
nipple clamps, could you change the
yellow
colour?
spiked part. And,
Yes,
yes, you can.
Those have been designed so that is replaceable. So if someone wanted a different design, Lego or other plastic toys are available, you can literally strip that down, change out the little plate with something else with a different shape and use it, away you go. So yes, it's been designed to be able to do that. And as Joanne's struggling to get her nuts off, that sounds so wrong. So there you go, she's going to
Yeah.
strip it down live on stream.
Literally, it's held in place with the rubber.
Yeah,
You just take
the
the
rubber locks
out,
everything together.
and it just slides out like that.
Yep.
So you can literally just slide in your replacement one in,
Yeah. So
hold it in place, put
with
the rubber in.
What's for you? So yeah, I think we need a bigger warehouse. Thank you.
That's good to know.
Cheers.
Yeah. Hopefully we are pushing a bit of business your way.
Good.
Because yeah, your stuff is absolutely fantastic. Everyone raves about our conductive rubber.
Well,
That's where we get it from.
Yeah.
So that's it. Dave also depends on a nipple too. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Different shapes. It is harder for guys because there's not a lot of real estate there.
It's favorite spikes are those where the spikes are set a slight inward angle.
Yeah, think jaws. So if you had the spikes at an inward angle, it's resisting pulling out.
Yeah.
So yes, that would be pretty good. Kren has a wicked pair of tweezers.
Okay.
I can imagine. Or if he hasn't got a wicked set, I know he has access to several
Yes.
with Mr. Raven. And have tried nipple play, but it's not for me. Yeah, it's not for everyone.
for
No,
everybody.
it's not.
It's really intense because it's a very sensitive area, and by their very nature, the electrodes tend to be small. So
So they're
the
very
energy is
intense.
concentrated. Yeah. So you need a control box that allows you to do very fine control of the
Yeah.
power settings to do
Yeah.
that. Some people love it. She loves it.
Yeah.
I do.
Me, not so much, especially if the spikes involved. Although if I had to choose between spikes and electrics, I'd go with electrics.
Contact adhesive electrode gel.
Yeah,
Did
did I hear that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the name of the one that we've got.
Is it
Tensive.
intensive?
Yeah.
Tensive is the brand that we stock, and that is incredibly sticky, and it dries out, and it can sometimes be a bit of a bugger to get off. But it's an electrode gel that is an adhesive,
Yeah.
and it helps stick things and electrodes to bodies. They use it in the medical profession for sticking electrodes down. If you've got a set of pads that the adhesive on it is failing, you
Yeah.
can put this stuff on and get some more life out of them. It's not for everybody, but it is something you can try if you're struggling to keep things on. But it can be a bit messy and sticky by its very nature.
Yeah.
So Tensive is the brand that we stock. I think there's another one called Tack Gel, which does exactly the same thing, but we can't get a reliable supplier for that.
Kren, I'd love to see a picture of those.
Personally, so in the 90s, and send us a picture.
Yeah.
We'll not be able to put it on stream.
No,
No.
but I'd love to see a picture of that.
But yeah, that could be quite interesting. Some of Kren's pictures, they're a bit of an eye opener.
They
Oh,
are.
definitely.
Yeah, so yeah, send them through. no problems at all. Will blue tack do? Or white tack?
Oh, white tack.
You'd have to stretch it, make it dead sticky.
Very
Yeah,
sticky.
but it's not very conductive, is it?
Oh,
I
like
wouldn't have thought so. Wouldn't have thought so. We'll go on.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Is that us?
No, we've got one
Can we have
more.
McDonald's now?
One more.
Dogs want the nuggies.
They're down there.
Right. How easy is it to strip an electrode like the triple for cleaning?
Dead easy.
They're very easy,
Very
and
easy.
E-stim Systems have even been nice enough
A
with
video.
the to do a video on
Video,
their
Karen.
website
Yeah.
Yep.
to show you how to actually strip down and
Look after your toys.
rebuild the triple,
Right.
because it can be a little bit confusing.
I'm not going to take triple apart, but the principle is the same. So all of the E-stim Systems electrodes have a 6mm socket for an Allen key in the base, but generally you don't use it. Use your thumb. You unscrew the head and you can clean that. You take the neck off, you can give that a good clean. Take the bolt out, give that a good clean.
Oh,
And don't
don't
drop
do
that bit.
Get it before Ollie does.
Oh, that was a demonstration. Everyone drops it. We call that the top hat due to its shape. Don't lose that, because it's an insulator that keeps the bolt away from the base.
Yeah.
Without that, you can remove that and reassemble it to create a monopole electrode. So both of these electrode surfaces would be one electrode. But if you want a bipolar electrode, you need that little piece of plastic. Inserting or putting it back together is the exact opposite. There's a neck on one end of the neck.
There's a rim.
We'll go with that. There's
Yeah.
a rim on one end of the neck that needs to go towards the base, and that just lines everything up, and then you just screw the head on. Simple as that. The principle for the triple is exactly the same, but you've got 3 different bolts.
Yeah.
The tricky part is those 3 different bolts are all 3 different lengths.
Yeah.
And inside, there are lots of little separate spaces that act as insulators, like those little top hats. You've got to put them in the right place. So when you strip it down, pay close attention to what you're doing. Don't lose any of the bits. But before you strip it down, go to the E-stim Systems channel on YouTube, because they've done a video of how to do it. And it's very thorough. Wayne's very good at that sort of thing. And he goes through stripping and assembling. And if you follow his instructions, you'll not go wrong. 36 seconds, you can have that apart, clean it, put it back together. A little bit longer because it's more involved, but just as simple, really. So yeah, and you should be doing that after every play session, because you do get organic debris going in between
Body
parts.
fluids.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, just make sure it's completely dry before you put it back together.
Yeah.
And sorry, I was laughing because I was just catching up on the chat.
Yeah.
So Karen can send us a video as well, but
Okay.
that won't be safe to stream.
No.
And his wife has just tuned in and
Raise an
raised her
eyebrow.
eyebrow, said, "Is this a bad time for me to
Tune
tune
in.
in?"
Yeah.
Hi, Karen's wife.
Yeah, I can, Roy. Hopefully we've got him in trouble again,
Yeah.
because that's a weekly thing now. And Roy at fishing shop hook removing forceps away from the boat.
Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah, we're going to need a bigger boat. That would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're into the pain play, you'll not be worried about the E-stim sensations with that
No.
fishing hook in the way,
No.
because you'll be feeling that a lot more. So
Removing forceps.
or removing forceps. Yeah.
Fishing shop hook.
And the
removing forceps.
Wife waves hello. We put that on screen normally, but
We can't today.
I'm a techno fuckwit today.
Yeah, I've
Can't
had a
get anything
few.
working. That's my new description. Gone from
Yeah.
stunt cock to techno fuckwit. Yeah, that works. Have we done all the questions?
Yeah.
I'm glad, because I've just seen a load of questions in that bowl. I thought, flipping heck. You put them all back in. Right, we'll do them next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll save
Well,
the
we
job.
won't, because we'll be on a plane.
What we need from you, we won't next week. The weekend after, you've got 2 weeks now
Yeah.
to get your questions in. And send us a photo of your E-stim kit bag.
Your play
Yeah.
box.
Yeah. We are really curious and interested in what other people have in their play bag. And a lot of other people will be interested. So if you're willing to send us a picture, we will put it live on stream and talk about your kit selection. If you want to be anonymous, that's not a problem. If you want to use your little username that you have in the chat, we
That's
can
fine,
do that as well.
yeah.
But we're quite happy to do it anonymous. But it helps to give people ideas. And it's nice to see a broad range of kit. And we've featured, I think, 3 different kit bags now. They've all been completely different.
Oh yeah.
And that just highlights the fact that
And yeah,
everyone does it
multiple
differently.
bags is absolutely fine.
Yeah,
We'd love to see it.
Yeah.
We'd love to see
We'll bring
them.
the forklift round in a bit.
Yeah. Let us know.
A pallet of kit. Yeah, multiple bags are great.
Yeah, because we've certainly got more than one.
Yeah, if you go to one of our sites, like E-stim Emporium, I did a count this morning, and we've got 275 product lines on it.
Wow.
And it's confusing as hell. If you're new to E-stim,
Yeah.
where do you start? There are so many different choices. I mean, with those, 3 sizes, not 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 colours, 2 different designs, one with spikes, one without spikes.
Yeah.
It gets really confusing very quickly, but to see someone's kit bag with maybe some comments about why they chose those items, that can really help people, especially if they're new,
Yeah.
make the right choices and not invest in something that isn't going to work for them. Because it is an expensive hobby. It can be
Very.
expensive
Yeah.
if you're buying quality kit. There are ways of doing it on the cheap, but there's arguments why you shouldn't be doing that. But I'm not going to go into that.
No.
We sell good kit.
We do.
We stand behind the kit that we make. And the stuff we get in from E-stim Systems and Electrostim is good stuff as well. But you can do it on a budget if you're willing to take some risks.
Sorry, my brain's going into spike mode.
Yeah.
No, what you've seen that
Well,
on the screen, haven't
No,
you?
no. I'm trying to think of.
Oh God! As long as I'm not crash test nipple dummy.
No, that's her job.
Yeah, you've got a job, girl.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So yeah, get your pictures in, get your questions in, and then that helps us because it's going to be a 91st stream
Wow.
when we come back.
Yeah.
And it's hard to not go over the same
Yeah.
thing over and over again.
Want to keep
Really,
things fresh,
really hard.
Yeah,
and it's hard.
Yeah, we do these streams for you lot.
Yeah.
So we want to tailor what we deliver to what you want to see and hear about. So if you've got any burning questions, let us know. If you think there's something we should be doing as a special
Yeah.
on the show, let us know that as well.
So Calm Bike's asking where to send photos.
And where to send photos? I don't know. What email should we use? Joanne's Reviews at gmail.com is probably, that's one word, Joanne's Reviews
Yeah.
at gmail.com is probably the easiest one. That's quite central we can get into. And then we'll collate those. Pictures are great because it gives us something to talk about. It gives people inspiration and you get to show your stuff off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff you can show off
Hi,
on
Hairy
YouTube.
Batman. Love to see
Hairy
Nice
Batman.
to see
Hi,
you.
Hairy
and
Batman.
sort of-
Watch stream later. Have a great weekend. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for that. Hope you
And
have a
you
great
too.
weekend too. Kren, let's share your passion with your wife. It's fun sharing it with other people. I mean, from my perspective, I get to share it with these two. So I'm like a dog with 2 dicks, basically.
Until the spikes come out.
Until the spikes come out.
And then it's run.
Yeah, run, Forrest, run. Where is it?
Run, Stunt Cock.
I go into that mode when spikes come out. Yeah, I'm very, very lucky. Some people get to share it with a partner, and they're incredibly lucky as well. But for most people, it tends to be a solitary activity. So yeah, I do consider myself
Yeah.
pretty damn lucky.
And Kren's got a very good point.
Yeah.
So it is high cost to
Entry.
entry, but
Yeah.
if you look after your kit, it lasts for
ages.
it lasts for ages.
Yeah, it's one of those things. That's what I was alluding to. Buying quality kit. Yeah, if you're buying cheap stuff, you're going to be replacing it. Yeah, get what you can afford, obviously, but err on the side of quality over cheap.
Yeah.
Because quality will give you years of enjoyment, and if you then break it down statistically on how much fun you've had with that kit over the years, it becomes really cheap on a bang per buck basis.
Yeah, bang
Yeah.
for a buck. I like that.
But
Or spike, or sort of
well, you're
Spark
obsessed.
per-
Oh, yeah,
Spark.
we'll go with Spark. We'll like that.
per book.
Yeah, that was really cool, and happy to play. Very, very rewarding. Yeah, see, some people have landed on the feet in life, and
Yeah.
Kren's one of them people,
Yeah.
and I'm one of the other ones. I know. You got to sleep.
Yeah, of course you are.
So like,
I'm not.
so I think we're gonna call it a day.
And then it's gone.
Get some dinner. What we having tonight? Let me do something.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's doing the cricket noise.
Might be Mackie D's or KFC.
Yeah.
Or Mackie D's and KFC if I'm really lucky. But I'm not normally that lucky.
I thought you were having hot dogs.
Yeah, I might have hot dogs as well. So that is it for this week.
Yeah.
Remember that we're not here next week.
They're going to
But
LA.
2/3 of us will be back the following weekend.
Yeah.
Because one will be tucked up in bed.
Yeah, and I will catch you guys the weekend after.
Yeah, because she'll be like... Yeah, I'll be like that, but on stream.
Oh, I don't know about. I think after next week on my own,
Oh, I know.
I'll be like
You'll be
that.
knackered.
You can be in here on your own.
So thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Apologies about the IT glitching.
Especially,
we'll
yeah, at
have
the
a look
beginning.
at that. Yeah, at the beginning, and it let the Ko-fi stream down badly because we had no camera at all.
Oh, and Carmike's got your same T-shirt.
Excellent. It's quite funny. I'm not sure she's making a cock reference here.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, but yeah, I think people will make their own decisions on that one.
Still
yeah.
photos with characters. Don't forget.
Yeah.
We are going
No.
for one day
Yeah,
to
we-
Disney.
She can't go anywhere without going to Disney. So because
No.
we're going to LA, we just before we fly back the day before, she's going for a day at Disney.
With some friends.
And I'm going to sit in the car listening to heavy metal.
No,
No,
you're
you're
going
not.
around Disney as well.
All right.
You got to drive.
And-
You're
Yeah.
driving.
You've got to bring some photos in to show everyone.
And I'm
Yeah, I was
sure me
thinking
and
more about
Valtiano will...
the show rather than
Yeah, that as
me
well.
cuddling Mickey Mouse.
But also you with some characters.
Yeah, all right.
I think.
Yeah, maybe. Right, so have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves next week. Don't do anything we wouldn't. And if you do, don't get caught.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Play
Stay
safe.
safe. Yeah, go on then. You do it.
Play safe.
And stay safe.
And happy stimming.
And
Bye
don't
for-
forget the lube.
No, lots of it. Bye for now.
Bye.
Rolling button gone.